welcome back to Dupor Bowl 19, Dupor Bowl number 19. Harold Darak, the referee, has just set the teams and is about to announce them.
Okay, Ryan.
And Harold will be announcing the teams at this point.
Ryan, J.J. Paul. Ryan, J.J. Paul. Which one? K1 or K2?
John, Harold has set some teams, which hopefully will be a little fairer. I think he's done a real good job of setting up these teams.
Like Harold's an excellent evaluator of talent. I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Fred, Bruce Murray, Bill, you guys.
Keeping the fans clean.
Hey, who was the MVP last year? He's not here. What? What was his name?
Rafferty.
Rafferty? Yeah. Did you do the stats last week? Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't get my copy. I know. I didn't see. That was one of the problems maybe with the turnout, is there were no Federal Express deliveries or anything, so people didn't get that last reminder. See, that's what your job is. But you have two things to do.
The commissioner.
Next year, engraved invitations. Engraved invitations. I can put it on my computer. Oh, that's a good idea. On my computer. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Everybody who's ever participated should get an invitation.
Yep. If you can find them. We can put something in the paper. Have you seen Dupor Bowl reunion? And people will go, doing the local radio stations where they have the announcements.
Yeah.
Hey, we can get on the internet and we could find all these people. We can seek all these people. I could do that. We could do that. One day we can spend it with. Well, let's get together one day. Let's do that. It'll force me to do the stats. Yeah, right. We'll have a Dupor Planning Committee. Dupor Planning Committee. All right, here we go for the big game number 2 of Dupor 19. That is Ryan Miner, nephew of Bill Miller, who played in the first Dupor Bowl. That's J.J. Samoskevich, a rookie this year. Already got him, Ryan Miner. There you're looking at Mr. Kevin Quick and Kevin Cwanek, K1 and K2. They're also joined by Paul Tvardzik on that team, who as a captain is out at midfield with Bruce Murray. On Murray's squad,
Here we go. We're calling.
and here's the coin flip by Harold Darak.
Here it is. Hail. They're going to choose to receive.
And the Tvardzik team has elected to receive.
Defend this way.
20 of 3.
Introduce that left side there, Mike.
And on the left side, you've got Bruce Murray, veteran since 1979. Bill Eisenmann is here for his second year. That is F. Troop. That is Fred Samoskevich in the gray. And the veteran Jeffrey Darak teamed with Bruce Murray in the blue.
Oh no.
And we're turning it down to the field for the opening kick.
Nice kick on that one, Mike, and we'll see what the Cwanek team can do here. We'll have to set some parameters for their offense here to see if they can live up to the booth standard.
With Murray and Dominic on the same team and same offense, I would probably give the edge to that team. Paul Tvardzik will be calling signals. He's back to pass. Deep patterns being run. Now gets it off and incomplete. Looks like the patterns were run pretty deeply. You know, with so many rookies out there on the field, John, there's actually a potential of a problem with the quarterback not knowing who's on his team.
Good point, Mike.
Those rookies kind of look alike.
Have you given any consideration? I know back a couple Dupors ago we had shirts. Any thought about uniforms for next year?
I think for year 20 that would be appropriate. Tvardzik at quarterback. He's looking on the sideline. Samoskevich has got it, and a nice pickup on the play of about 8 yards to the 18. Brings up a big 3rd down and 2. Their own 18-yard line. Nice pass to Tvardzik to J.J. Samoskevich.
And Mike, you know that Paul wants to break that all-time touchdown record this year because God knows what could happen if Harold Darak comes back next year.
Harold insists that he won't do it, but you never know. Playing into the shadows are now almost fully overtaken this stadium. Tvardzik at quarterback, needs just a few yards, gets it off, complete to Quick, and that's enough for the first down. A big play, Tvardzik to Quick for the first down as they get to the 20, 7-yard line. And so far, John, you've got to say that this game is an improvement over last game in terms of the performances. We've seen 2 completed passes in a row. I don't think we saw that all last game. Tvardzik at quarterback, fakes the handoff. Tvardzik now looking for Samoskevich. Nobody's open. Everybody's on the ground over there. Ooh, incomplete. Looking for Mr. Miner and incomplete on that play.
Miner says that that's a tough sun field over there, Mike.
Yep.
Couldn't see that ball. And properly being yelled at by Paul Tvardzik.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball at their own 27-yard line. We're early in the game, 11 plays left in the first quarter. The Tvardzik team has moved the ball with a couple of completed passes and a first down. They're now at 2nd and 10. It's really Tvardzik versus Murray here in the Dupor.
Paul's taking charge out there, Mike. You like to see that. He's really taking charge. He's taking charge whether they win or lose.
Tvardzik fumbles the snap. Now he's looking over them. Oh, incomplete again, looking for Samoskevich, but he can't
Clarification.
hang on.
Quarterback drops the ball. Is that an automatic rush?
No. 10 plays left. We make up the rules as we go.
It's a Dupor tradition, Mike.
That seemed like the right answer at the time, although I'm sure in the past we probably allowed it.
Every year, Mike, the Dupor committee reviews the rules and resets the rules as they see fit.
A big 3rd down here, John. But many past teams have gone for it in similar situations. Tvardzik looking line to quick. He's got him! He's got him! Touchdown! Tvardzik! Number 31! Paul Tvardzik to Kevin Quick for the 32-yard touchdown pass. And Paul Tvardzik moves into the record books with the all-time touchdown passing leader. Number 31 on a 33-yard play officially, and Tvardzik hugs Harold Darak, whom he has just surpassed, and the Tvardzik team takes a 7-0 lead.
And Mike, I think that's the fastest we've ever seen Paul Tvardzik running down the field after that touchdown pass. He was more than excited after that play. He knew that that put him into the record books, possibly to stay, barring Harold's return next year, and what a big pass, Mike. And catch by Quick.
Looking at the TD passing statistics, Jim Hawley, were he to come out of retirement, would have a shot. He's number 25, so he's third on the list with 25. Here's a kickoff by Cwanek, taken by F Troop, and brought down after a return of about 3. Picked it up at about his 24-yard line. Looks like he got out to about the 27, 28-yard line. The ball is marked at the 18-yard line. There are 9 plays left in the first quarter of game number 2 of Dupor Bowl number 19. Murray's the quarterback, F Troop wide on the right, the youngsters Samoskevich and Darak wide on the left. Murray's looking towards the youngsters, lofts it up and almost intercepted. Murray at quarterback. Looking over the middle for F Troop. Nope, now Darak breaks open. Looking long for Jeffrey Darak. Completes it. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Murray to Darak.
And Mike Cwanek just gave up on the pass defense there. He had Darak the whole way and figured the play was over and just kind of gave up on it. And Darak was wide open. Murray put the ball in there, and he was gone.
Isn't that amazing to be calling the name Murray to Darak, John? After so many years of competition between Murray and Darak Sr., to now see Murray hooking up with the second generation. And for Jeffrey Darak, that's his first Dupor Bowl touchdown. A beautiful 32-yard play. It's a 7-7 ball game. And the kickoff will be by Murray. 7 plays left in the first. Oh, beautiful kick. Right through the end zone. It'll come back to the 10.
Well, Mike, if ever a player could will his team to victory, I think it's Bruce Murray out there playing with some little bit of a depleted team at the outset without Dominic able to play, and he found a young Darak out there, and Darak saying could be the shoes, could be the haircut.
Jeffrey Darak will be 13 years old at the end of this year. I remember Jeffrey captured on tape the very first year in utero, so to speak. His mom was pregnant at that time and appeared on the sideline with Jeffrey.
The worst ones, aren't they? Get on. Where's the official?
And again, the Murray-Darak controversy reflares.
But hey, he might do it.
Tvardzik at quarterback. Now he's looking for Samoskevich on the sideline and completes it. A nice short gain on the play. A pickup of a good 6 yards, though. Paul's actually 4 of 7 today. Dupor Bowl, anytime you can complete 50% of your passes, you're doing pretty well in this league.
Again, let's see what Paul can do here. He's got Cwanek. He's got Quick. Completed that pass. Got a second down at about 3 here.
Tvardzik calling signals. Here comes a blitz by Murray. Cwanek picks it up well. Tvardzik is running, and it looks like he gets the first down across the 20. They'll mark it at about the 20. I believe it's sufficient for first down yardage. And it is marked a first down at the 20. Now Quick is at center. Tvardzik quarterback. Samoskevich in motion. Now they call him back. A carefully designed play. They don't want it to go awry. Snap back to Tvardzik. Looking for Samoskevich all by himself, and he gets it. Gain of about 9 yards.
Tvardzik, Mike, taking charge out there. Quite impressive. Years past, Paul might have been a little bit faint-hearted, would have been afraid of losing the game or about negative criticism, but not this year, Mike. He's taking charge, win, lose, or draw.
They do have Quick flanked on the far side, covered by Eisenmann. I think Quick has the advantage. Quick is on! He's open! It is complete!
Touchdown! Roll the touchdown!
The ref is calling it a touchdown. Looked to be a stop. And they did stop him. They did stop him, and Quick even honestly made that call. And we could see that from the booth and probably would have overruled the official on the field. Stopped at the 2-yard line, but Tvardzik to Quick, another huge gain all the way down to the 2.
Paul must be a little bit disappointed there, Mike. He wanted that touchdown pass. He wanted that to go into the end zone. And I think we would judge here, we could guess that they're not going to run this ball in. They're going to pass this ball in. Paul wants that next touchdown pass. He wants to go up by 2.
I'll tell you, you've got to be impressed with Tvardzik's quarterbacking here. You look back in past years, he has quarterbacked many times in the past, but rarely has had a big year in terms of percentage completions. That came into this game completing only 40.6% of his passes. Tvardzik with the ball, looking into the end zone. Can't find anyone open. They're all bunched up on the sideline. Now gets it up for grabs. Touchdown! Tvardzik to Meyer! And the big... the big celebration. It's the Tvardziks take a 14-7 lead.
And give credit there again to Paul again, Mike. He knew his personnel out there. He had the young miner open and available, and he put the ball right in his hands. Good play by Paul Tvardzik.
Paul is now up there with about 80 or 90 yards, taken by Jeffrey at the 6. He's looking to run. He's got some openings. He's moving along the sideline, finally brought down by Quick. Now marking it about the 22-yard line. Most he's ever thrown in yardage in a single Dupor was 199 yards back in 1987. Murray at quarterback. Let's see if he goes back to Darak. No, he's looking for he's looking long for F Troop. It's up there. Incomplete.
Well, Mike, Bruce had 2 players in the same area back there. The double dose. Is that the Eisenmann brothers out there?
It's Eisenmann and the fellow called F Troop.
Okay, well, we'll call them F and Y. And they were close, but no cigar on that one.
This will be the last play of the first quarter. Well-played game so far, John. What a contrast to the last game.
Excellent game, Mike.
Got to credit Harold with that beat.
Yeah.
For picking the team.
Yeah. Okay, Bruce was successful last time in a long bomb to Darak. Let's see what he comes back with this time. We've got Darak wide right.
2nd and 10. Darak sprinting long, gets it off to Samoskevich. Nice play, nice catch. Did an excellent job of staying in bounds. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Right at the first down marker, and he kept his feet in bounds, Mike.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Tvardziks 14 and the Murrays 7. It's 3rd and inches. Can we pick that up, Jim?
Well, we seem to have the phone in there.
That's how close it is. 3rd and inches. This is a really big play, John.
It is, Mike. This could be a big, an early turning point here. If they can't pick this one up, Bruce might not want to go for it, and could give the.
There's a penalty flag. That's going to give him. I think that's going to give him enough for a first down. Running unabated to the quarterback.
Offsides on defense.
First down.
Oh, it gives him a first down. A big offsides penalty.
Yo, get out of the water.
Harold marks it off. I think what that was a blitz without calling blitz, or else they just didn't realize the rules for counting. But that was a huge penalty.
Big play, Mike. This gives Bruce's team another opportunity here early in the second quarter to move down the field.
John, this game just has a lot better feel to it than the last one did, doesn't it?
It really does, Mike. It kind of gives you that that confident feeling about Dupor and Dupor history, and that the tradition of the Dupor will live on for decades and Dupors to come.
Especially with the youngsters here.
Contract in there.
Murray calling signals, fakes the handoff. Now he's looking, going cross field to Eisenmann, and a nice pickup on the play of about 7 yards. Doing a nice job of spreading the ball around.
Really did, Mike. And how about at Lafayette Field, Mike?
First year here was 86. Murray looking for Samoskevich. He's under pressure now from Tvardzik. Can't get anyone open. Now throwing it up into the end zone. Incomplete.
Just out of his reach. He had him open earlier in that pattern, Mike, but Tvardzik was all over him. Murray had to move to get out of his way, and forced him deeper into the end zone, and Murray basically just let that one go.
Murray so far today has thrown 6 passes and has completed 3 of them. So the quarterbacks have really settled down here in this game number 2. We're seeing some good play in game 2, and we, as Jim indicated, should credit Harold Darak with that for setting some good teams.
Well, Mike, it's tough. This Dupor, I think, over its years has been a possibly with the exception of some of the Harold Darak runs, has been a quarterback-controlled league, and if you don't have an experienced quarterback on that team, it's going to be tough. And I think now in this game we see Tvardzik having a good year at quarterback, and Bruce an experienced quarterback, and each settling their teams down and providing some cohesive offense here.
Murray a quarterback, there's no blitz, looks for Samoskevich, now looking long into the end zone, he's open, he's got it! Touchdown! Murray to Samoskevich, the big 25-yard touchdown. This game is tied.
Big play, Mike. I thought that would be Darak out there, but the young Samoskevich comes through. That was a nice catch, and he could have been down close to the 1, but he was close enough to give him the touchdown, and that was a great catch for a rookie here.
It's a beautiful play, and really Murray and Tvardzik are really competing with each other here in this game, and both of them having great days as quarterbacks so far.
This is a great man.
I believe you may be right, and he was the X factor that was going to be on Murray's team. Another beautiful kick by Murray, sails well through the end zone, and he'll come back to the 10. Bruce Murray has to be the all-time kickoff leader. Tvardzik's a quarterback. Throwing for Cwanek. He's got it. Nice pickup on the play. A first down across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. 11 plays left in the first half. Tvardzik at quarterback. Youngsters on the left. Looking for Quick on the right. He's not open. Good coverage by Eisenmann. Flag is down on the play. Now some pressure coming in. Tvardzik still can't find anyone. Somebody's got to come back to him. Nobody's getting open. Tvardzik now calling him back. He's got to be careful. This is one of the longest. It's complete all along, but let's see what the flag is.
Well, I think Cwanek was over the line of scrimmage there for a while, Mike.
He was nowhere near the line of scrimmage.
And I'm not sure if that's a penalty. I guess it is.
Yeah, because he had to be out in
A flag on the play.
But it wasn't. He didn't throw until he was back.
Player's exhausted after that.
No, but when he threw the ball, he was in the right spot.
An ineligible man downfield called, somewhat of a controversial call, but they're going to mark it off. A 5-yard penalty.
First down.
And still first down.
5 yards.
Cwanek, one of the most penalized players in the Dupor Bowl. Last year, after reviewing the films, I saw that he had about 3 offside penalties in a row, but later redeemed himself by recovering a big fumble and intercepting a pass, and had a strong finish to last year's Dupor. Was a big contender for MVP, but the statistics of Mr. Rafferty actually negated that. Tvardzik at quarterback. Guy has some shorter routes, not for Quick. There's a lot. Oh, nice play by Eisenmann. Second down and 15.
Kevin did say that he had some good recruits for this year, and I think he was right. He's got some nice players here with Quick and Eisenmann and a couple of the rookies out there.
Well, as you pointed out earlier, Cwanek single-handedly is keeping this Dupor alive. You got to hand it to him for that. That was a big penalty before, John. It negated the big pass play and sent him back now. 15 yards to go.
He's got a man open.
Oh, Murray's in position. Oh, incomplete.
He was open there for a second. Murray playing center field had a beat on that one.
3rd and 15. Could be a blitz. No, they show blitz, but call it off. Tvardzik to Quick. He's got it, and it's enough for the first down. A beautiful play on 3rd and 15. Unbelievable, John. Tvardzik. Quick, well covered by Eisenmann. Now over the middle, breaks free. Intercepted by Eisenmann. Stopped by Quick at the 12.
Trying to get a little bit too cute on that one, Mike.
That's right.
Paul threw that one up for grabs, and it was picked off.
Eisenmann had the good defense on that play. It looked like Quick broke free for a minute, but Eisenmann with a nice play. And that ended what was a nice drive. They held the ball for about 6 plays or so. So now Murray has a chance to take the lead for the first time today with the ball at their own 14-yard line. 7 plays left in the first half of what is turning into be a very good second game. And now, John, look what we've got. For the first time, Dominic in the game at quarterback.
Ooh.
This could be the break they needed. He's going to look for Murray, you know. Quick's got good coverage, though. Murray now looking long. Cwanek's going to have to pick up the coverage. Cwanek's in position. It's incomplete. Overthrows everyone.
As we saw in the first game, Mike, Bruce doesn't have a lot of patience for poor quarterbacking. If this combination doesn't work out quickly,
he'll be back.
We'll see Bruce back.
Bruce now open, Quick with the coverage. It's complete. And enough for a first down. Out to the 28-yard line, Dominic to Murray.
Timeout.
They take a timeout. Five and a half. Dominic again at quarterback. 5.5 left in the half. They're looking to take the lead for the first time over the middle. Incomplete to Jeffrey Darak.
Young Darak was open for a second, but couldn't come up with the ball.
The Tvardzik team got off to an early lead on a 32-yard touchdown pass from Paul to Quick. Murray came right back with a 32-yarder of his own to Jeffrey Darak to tie it at 7. Paul then on the next drive had a 29-yard pass to Quick to bump to the 2, and they scored the next play. Dominic now looking deep for Murray. He's got a touchdown, and the Murray team takes their first lead of the game, 21-14, on a 31-yard touchdown pass from Dominic to Bruce Murray.
Another stop and go on that one, but Murray basically had 3 or 4 yards between himself and the defender on that one. And Dominic with a nice pass put that one right on the money, and it can be said that Dominic truly delivers on that one, Mike.
And that'll do it for Dominic for a while as he hobbles off the sideline. Murray now will be kicking off. We'll see what the Tvardzik team can do. Plenty of time left. Murray, another beautiful kick going right through the end zone.
There could be some NFL scouts here for Murray on the kicking team.
No, that's absolutely right. Brad DeLuiso of this league.
Well, Mike is a married man of a number of years now. I can tell you that that's one thing that marriage does. Gives you a solid right leg. Nothing else.
Tvardzik is quarterback. Snap back to Tvardzik. Can't find it. Now over to Meyer. Incomplete.
You appear to almost throw that one away.
Had trouble finding anyone open there.
Possibility of an intentional grounding call there, but
looks like they take a timeout.
May have been outside the tackle, so that's why they didn't call the grounding.
Tvardzik looks very upset at this point. This is the maddest you'll see Paul on the field unless he dropped a pass.
They had the lead. Now the Bruce team has scored 2 unanswered points, 14 unanswered points. Tvardzik looking for Quick. He's got him. I think he's got it. It's complete. It's ruled a catch on the far sideline. Let's see if it's enough for the first down.
They might have to bring the chains out, Mike.
Timeout is called. They've got 1 timeout left with 2.5 plays remaining.
Ooh.
Timeout. Is that the last timeout?
Now they got 1 more.
How many plays?
2.5.
Well, Mike,
Third down.
so far this game, Tvardzik has a big answer out there in terms of Quick. Let's see if he can get him the ball.
They got to get that. There's a flag down in the play, probably an offsides. He's got Quick. He's got the first down, and then some. But let's see what the ruling is on the field.
Now he's marking the ball, Mike. Could be an offsides on defense. He wouldn't mark that ball otherwise.
Offside. Offense. Oh, big penalty.
Hold the booth on that one.
And again, a big reception called back with an offside penalty. Tvardzik, a quarterback, put himself into a hole, looking for Quick. Now over the middle. Now it's incomplete. They are kicking. That's the wise decision. The most Murray will be able to get out of it is 2 plays. Tvardzik punting. That's off a high one, taken by F Troop at about the 20. Brought down by Cwanek at the 29.
Mike, I think this is a new record also in Dupor history. The first time we've had some true Dupor.
1.5.
That didn't count as a play, though.
That's correct.
Timeout.
You don't need a timeout yet. You don't need one.
I don't need holding anyway. 2 plays to go.
Harold's true to his true to form out there.
Only 1 timeout left now for that team. The most they'll be able to get is 2 plays.
Mike, it must be tedious as commissioner of this league year in and year out to have to counsel the players as to
Pitches to Murray. Now back to Dominic. Big rush. Gets it off.
Almost picked off.
Right? Timeout.
It was 1.5. There's now 1 play left, but you don't need more timeouts.
This is the last play, Mike, in the first half. Great first half that it's been. Looks like we're going to halftime here with the Murray squad up by 1 score. I think the Murray squad, Mike, will get the ball at the beginning of the second half, which could be a big possession.
Murray, interestingly, is at center on this. He's going to just heave it. Here comes a blitz by Cwanek. And he's got him with a big sack.
Cwanek back to his roots there, as he was a perennial rusher for years in and years out.
And that's the end of the first half. Excellent game. The score of the Murrays 21, the Tvardziks 14. An excellent, well-played first half of play. And now a word from our Game 2 sponsor.
Beer is made of natural ingredients. The fresher the beer, the better it tastes. To ensure you're enjoying beer at its peak of flavor, Budweiser lists a born-on date on every package. It's the day the beer was packaged, and your guarantee of brewery fresh taste. Budweiser, proud sponsor of Game 2 of Dupor Bowl 19.
Harold, we've got to commend you on selecting teams here. It looks like we've got a real heck of a game out there today.
Oh, thank you. It looks like it's pretty even Stevens. If it wasn't for a turnover, it could be a tie game right now.
The quality of play has gone up dramatically, it seems, since the first game.
And it's a much easier game on the ice. It really is.
It is. The first game was really messy. It was not a well-played game. It seemed like the players were in disarray, but they've really settled into Game 2. And Tvardzik and Murray are really dueling admirably out there.
It's a lot of fun to watch. They're both getting their receivers open. They're both hitting them quite often. Many more catches than misses in this game.
It must give you some special satisfaction to have seen that first big pass from Murray to Jeffrey Darak. That was Jeffrey's first Dupor Bowl touchdown.
First Dupor Bowl touchdown today. First interception today. He's playing okay for a 12-year-old, I guess.
Yep. And can we get a shot of those 2 veteran quarterbacks on the sideline? Murray's seeing what other stats he can break. But they're really doing a heck of a job. We've seen the percentage of completions go way up in this game, too. The first game, nobody can complete a pass. Here, these 2 are each above 50%, I believe.
Thank God.
The Tvardzik to quick combination has been a good one. Murray has spread the ball around to various receivers, and let's not forget that Murray, as a receiver, came in with a big touchdown reception on the pass from Dominic.
Well, the key thing now is the kickoff will be to Murray's team. They have a one-touchdown lead, so this first series of downs at the beginning of the second half will be very key to what happens for the rest of the game.
It's very important, as we've often noted in the Dupor Bowl, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit. Jeffrey, congratulations on your first Dupor touchdown.
Thank you.
It was a nice play. Can you tell us what happened on that play?
I just, because he told me to cross over, and then I wasn't open, and I just crossed over into the middle, and I was open. So.
And Jeffrey, maybe you can answer that question. It's always asked: is it the haircut or is it the shoes?
Neither. It's my skills.
And chip off the old block if you ever heard one. Jeffrey, does it feel like this is your real breakthrough year in the Dupor? This, I think, is your 6th Dupor Bowl performance, but here you've got your first interception and first touchdown, and really seem to be an integral part of that game.
Definitely.
He's not your son. He said 2 words. I'd like to see some paper.
And Bruce, how does it feel to be on the same side as a Darak here in this game?
Well, being on Jeffrey's team is always a pleasure. Yeah.
It's
I don't think Harold and I, maybe once we were on the same team. That's about all I remember.
And no doubt that was a blowout in your favor. The two Dupor Bowl stalwarts and fine performers, Murray and Darak, but now we've got the second generation Darak.
Wait for Jeffrey to get old enough that I can start throwing the ball to him with success.
And Bruce and Paul Tvardzik there, the two dueling quarterbacks, two wily veterans who have been here since 1979. Both of them for the very first Dupor back in the cold of Edward C. Finn Stadium in 1979.
Doug Condon was diagnosed as pussy. It's official. The doctor called.
And you have it here first, folks.
True.
A medical exclusive. And here we go back for the second half of game number 2. The shadows have now completely overtaken this field, which may actually help, I would think, in the filming. The teams have switched sides. And in what could be the most important development, the Tvardzik team is going to have to kick off. Dupor Bowl safeties, John.
Incredible, Mike. Happened to a veteran at that time, although he's a young veteran.
It's 21-16.
We're showing just some dismay at being told the rules by Tvardzik that time. It's off the front. Quick picks it up. He's got some room, Mike. Coming across the field. Oh, he's down at about the 49.
What a turn of events, John.
Incredible, Mike. Young Darak got the ball. He was on about the 1. He saw some running room to the left, cut it back into the end zone, and it's nailed by Tvardzik.
Was that Tvardzik with that defensive play?
So, Mike, again. That off-season conditioning program has provided some significant dividends here, Mike. I'd say that Paul has to be in the running for the MVP this year.
Kevin Cwanek seems to be out.
Seems to be limping a little bit, too.
Dominic is now into the game. Dominic seems to really be on the Murray team, but they have brought him over to the Tvardzik team for the injured Cwanek. He seems to be okay. I'd expect him back the next play. What a turn of events. This was the Murray team seemed to have the edge receiving the ball starting the second half. And now the Tvardzik team has actually picked up some points, and they've got the ball.
Yeah, we had focused on that at the end of the second quarter there, and at the halftime, and a huge play by Tvardzik. And let's see what they can do with the ball now.
He's now a receiver. Snap back to Dominic. Dominic looking for Paul. He's got him. Incomplete.
Well, down at halftime, Mike, Harold Darak possibly retired from the game, but still engaging in some of the verbal banter down there. Told Paul that when he used to pass Paul the ball, Paul would drop every one of them. So there we see some example of that in the first play of the second half.
Cwanek shaking it off, back in like a true veteran. Tvardzik at quarterback, the youngsters wide on the right, Quick wide on the left. Murray the same, he's looking for the youngsters, Samoskevich incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Some good coverage out there, Mike, provided by the other Samoskevich. So,
Tvardzik at quarterback, there's a flag on the play, probably an offsides. Tvardzik puts it up and incomplete, but this one may come back, although they may elect to decline it. It would bring up a 4th and 10. Let's
Mike,
see what we've got.
Offsides.
Offside on the offense, probably be declined. And they will have to punt.
Offsides on the offense is declined. That's 4th down.
Punt will be by Cwanek, another good kicker in this league. Gets it off. Out of bounds, but it's well placed, John. That's a good punt.
Coffin corner kick, Mike, and you got it out at about the 5 on that one.
It'll be marked at the 6. Good punt by Cwanek. Murray taking a long time calling this play. Interestingly and of note is the fact that Dominic is not on the field. That must be a severe injury. Tvardzik blitzing. Murray can run. Looks like he got him. He stopped. Is it a safety? A safety! Unbelievable! 2 Dupor Bowl safeties unheard of.
Murray's nonplussed out there. He doesn't believe it.
Tvardzik with a safety, his 2nd of this game. He's really making that vie for the MVP run, John. It's 21-18 now. They're in a situation where a field goal could tie, and again, they get the ball back.
The scary part, Mike, is that Paul planned that play. He was up on the line of scrimmage, and he wanted that safety, and he got it. Incredible. 19 years of Dupor experience pays its dividends, Mike.
Punt is a good one by Murray. It's an open ball. Quick picks it up, and it's stopped immediately at about the 19-yard line.
Good field position, though, Mike.
Still only 11 plays left in the 3rd quarter. It's 10 of 4. Probably have, another hour of daylight?
Dominic's in again.
Dominic into
Paul's
the
calling the
Tvardzik.
play, though.
He needs to take somebody out of their lineup.
Paul's going to come out, I think. He's in there calling the play, but he's letting them know what he wants. Taking charge again.
Tvardzik, amazingly, is coming off. Seems to be holding his side a bit, but an amazing defensive effort with 2 safeties now.
Might bring the field goal clearly into play here, Mike. They're down by only 3 at this point.
So I take back what I said about no chance of a tie. Dominic at quarterback, the youngsters on the left, Quick on the right. Dominic looking to the youngster Meyer. Oh, nice play by Jeffrey Darak, breaking that one up.
Paul looks like he's going to take a series off here, resting that injured side.
Dominic now looking, nobody really open. Now he's going for Quick, but Murray may be in a position. Incomplete. Murray and Eisenmann both back there, and somewhat of a collision there on the goal line. I think Murray is fine. He's just taking a little time getting up. And now he hauls himself up.
Tvardzik back in on the planning here, Mike. I think now that it's 3rd and 10 and such a key set of downs here, you might see Paul Tvardzik back in or at least instrumental.
9 in the 3rd.
Here.
9 plays left, 3rd quarter. That was some fine defense there by Murray and Eisenmann, both right there on the goal line. There was not a chance they were going to complete that one.
Well, they had 2 men back in defense, but that ball was on the money. Give Dominic some credit. He put the ball on the money, and they played good defense. That was the difference.
Dominic, all receivers from the right side. They're running lawn patterns. Now here comes some pressure from F-Troop. It's a wobbly lawn pass. Eisenmann in position. Oh! In the hands of Mr. Quick. Incomplete.
There's some contact back there, Mike, but it's called incidental contact.
It brings up a 4th down. And the Tvardzik team, without Tvardzik at quarterback, were not able to accomplish very much on that drive. 3 and out for Mr. Dominic.
Now Cwanek is out.
And the punt will be by Tvardzik. 21-18. That is the score.
They send the two wide men down. Rookie mistake here by Tvardzik.
Is going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. And Murray will have it. Oh, a very good field position. and now it's spotted not a bad kick. They'll pin him inside the 20 at about the 18 or 19 yard line. We've got 8 plays left. 8 plays left in the third quarter.
An odd situation here, Mike. Unusual in Dupor history. All the momentum seems to be on Tvardzik's team, and yet Murray's team is in the lead here. So let's see if they can grab the momentum back here while on offense and put a big score here.
John, we've had 2 3-and-outs on downs in this third quarter. We've had 4 points scored on safeties scored by the Tvardzik team. Murray's now back at quarterback. Eisenmann and F-Troop out. F-Troop open, cutting across. He's completed it to him. Very close to the first down.
All kinds of room on that one.
And it looks like where they're spotting it is going to be enough for the first down, and it is. Pickup of about 10 yards. Enough for the first down at the 28. First completed pass of the third quarter. We've got 7 plays left to go in the third quarter with the Murray team out in front by 3 points. Dominic had begun as a player on the Murray team. He's now filling in for the injured Kevin Cwanek. Dominic is on the line. Murray at quarterback. F-Troop again does the cut across. Seems now he's looking for Eisenmann. Almost pulls it down. It would have been a fine catch, but it's incomplete.
Almost a beautiful catch that time, Mike.
And Eisenmann is down.
Murray upset that he didn't come up with the completion on that one.
Most of these players are in their second game of the day. Now the interesting formation with Jeffrey Darak at quarterback. Bruce Murray in the backfield. He pitches to Murray. He can run. Tvardzik's got the big pressure on. Now he's got open field. And he's still up. He may go all the way. And he does! Touchdown, Bruce Murray, a gain of 31 yards.
Huge play there, Mike, and it was a play of inches. Tvardzik almost had him there on the sack. Another player almost had him on a tackle, but Murray got away. The speed and quickness still with him after all these years. And what a big play. They're up now essentially by 2 scores. Not 2 touchdowns, but 2 scores.
You're right. I think the fact that Dominic is injured and had trouble, he doesn't have the mobility out there, was a factor on that play.
The lack of Cwanek out there, the Cwanek's team, big key defensive player, Cwanek, could have been key that time.
He is probably, would have to go down as perhaps the best all-time defensive player in the Dupor Bowl, year in and year out. But is at the moment sidelined with an injury. This may now be the lead the Murray team that will put them ahead for good. But let's not count the Tvardzik team out yet. The combination of Tvardzik and Quick has been a good one. Murray now kicking off. Let's see how he does going in this direction. This is a low kick taken by Tvardzik at the 10. He's looking for some room. He's got some open room on the sideline. Goes out of bounds close to the 20-yard line, and in fact, they'll be marked at the 20. So Murray's kick does not make it to the end zone this time, and they end up with better field position than usual. Although they really don't have to feel like they need to score it all at once. And now Dominic at quarterback again, because I guess that's really about all he can do. Tvardzik open in the curl. It's complete to ball. There's a room to run.
First down. What a play by Tvardzik. Injury.
He gets across the 30 to the 29, and it's a first down. Big play, Dominic to Paul Tvardzik, a gain of 11. Paul, man, just to muster the energy to get up.
First down?
Yep. Tvardzik at quarterback. Quick is open. He's got it to Quick. And another first down. Nice play across the 20 down to the 19 or 18-yard line. It'll be marked at about the 18.
Tvardzik methodically marching his team down the field here. That was another big first down.
Another 11-yard gain. 3 plays left in the third quarter. Dominic at quarterback again. No problem with the snap, but they get it off. He's looking for Quick in the end zone. It's up. Intercepted by Bruce Murray, and he's going to take it out.
flag.
No flag!
Oh, for God's sakes, what the hell was that?
That was a 65-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Fucking sandwich. What the hell did you do? Jesus Christ.
And a lot of players calling for the interference penalty. Should we review that on the film, Jim?
But that should not.
I'm not quite sure we have that technology.
Oh.
We probably do, but I don't really want to chance it.
A 65-yard interception return for a touchdown has broken this game open now. It's not totally out of hand yet with still 2 plays left in the third quarter, but they now have more than a 2-touchdown lead, John.
It could go down, Mike, and I'm sure it will, as the biggest disputed call of this year's Dupor. A disputed pass interference call, and claimed by Bruce that there was no interference, and by Quick that there certainly was, and we'll have to review that baby back at the Darak Mansion.
And we certainly will. This may have broken the back of the Tvardzik team. There's a Murray kickoff if I've ever seen one, and that'll be a touchback out to the 10. It is now 35-18. The Tvardzik team has the possibility to get in the game, but it's going to be tough. Dominic at quarterback. Over, incomplete. I think they need Cwanek back in there.
Cwanek taking some time off. He's injured. He's carried the ball himself.
Tvardzik at quarterback to Quick. It's complete, and that's close to a first down, a gain of 9. That seems to be the key combination for that team. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Murrays 35 and the Tvardziks 18. Dominic at quarterback. Tvardzik and Quick are wide on the sideline. A short pass. Complete to Samoskevich. They get the first down. Nice play.
Good strategy, too, on their part.
That was nice. A 2-yard gain for the first down. Murray and the referee still conferring about that interception. Tvardzik to Quick. Ooh, incomplete. 2nd and 10, 13 plays left in the game. Well, the Dupor name came about at a time when Paul Tvardzik was visiting myself and Bill Weiskell up at the University of Connecticut campus. We brought Paul around to a number of parties, as we often did when he would come up to visit. That was the day that Paul festively drained the trough full of punch. Picked up an entire trough, probably 3 feet around, picked it up to his lips and drank it all. Initially, the other party members were upset about that, but cheered him on as they saw what task he was doing. A long pass to Samoskevich. Incomplete. It's a nice pass.
Almost a great catch there, Mike.
So in any event, Paul had drained the trough and by that point consumed a very large quantity of alcohol. Bill and I were in the process of bringing him home, and we had him between ourselves, kind of carrying him home, at which point he stopped us. And waving his right hand, as Paul often does, 12. He waved his right hand and said, "Gentlemen, I must report I am in a massive stupor."
And thus the name.
Well, not yet. We'll watch this play. Quick fell down, and it's incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down. And then we proceeded on a couple of other steps, and Paul stopped us. He said, "Gentlemen, let me amend that last comment. I am in a massive duper." And from that point forward, the name was somehow attached to this game. I believe that comment was probably made in November of 1980, just before the second game of what came to be known as the Dupor Bowl. It's 4th and 10. This is really their last chance. They've got to go for it, but it looks like the Murray team has this game in hand. Dominic at quarterback. Snap back to Dominic. Tvardzik just blocking, looking for Quick. He He's got it! First down on a 4th and 10. They completed all the way down to the 20-yard line. A big play that gives this team some life. Got Samoskevich wide on the right. Tvardzik at tight end. Dominic at quarterback. Looks to Quick over the middle, complete! And another first down. Dominic to Quick down to the 10-yard line.
What a different game this could have been, Mike, if that interception and return for a touchdown hadn't occurred. They'd be down. If that were a score, perchance, and this were a score, they'd be going for the lead right now.
And if, John, it turns out to be been a pass interference, I think that'll bring a big call for a second official for Dupor Bowl 20. And we'd have to recruit a second one, because it's really not realistic to expect Harold to cover the entire field. If anyone could do it, he could. Tvardzik's at center. Samoskevich and Minor are the receivers. There's a poor snap. I don't...
Yeah! One hand! Throw it! One hand!
An incomplete pass. That looks like an event of the players not really knowing the rules.
I think Paul's a little bit numb at this point.
8 plays left in this game.
Cwanek's been on the sideline for almost a half at this point.
It's ruled an incomplete, so he never did have the sack. It was only a one-hand touch.
Different time.
There's a flag down.
Paul seems to have a different count schedule going on there.
Everybody was offsides on that one. It's a 5-yard penalty on the offense. Doesn't count as a play. So still 8 plays left in this game. Tempers seem to be perhaps flaring down in the field. Another Dupor tradition. Murray seems to be feeling pretty comfortable with that lead now, John.
Getting a little bit confident about that possible MVP nomination here, Mike.
Dominic at quarterback. Here comes a blitz. He gets it off. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 15.
The lights are on.
Yeah.
Mike, Bruce Murray, a 4-time MVP, saying one for the thumb.
Yeah, let's get him on. Yeah, if you can do it. This will be a Dupor first.
He's our new best friend.
Dominic with the ball, looking for Quick. Incomplete. It's 4th down. Obviously, they have to go for it here.
If they were only a score and a half behind Mike here, they could go for the field goal in hopes of tying the game, but 2.5 scores down. They got to go for it.
Here comes a blitz. Tvardzik holding him well. Gets it off in the end zone for Quick. Out of bounds, and they'll lose it on downs.
Hit him in the wrong place that time. Hit him in the hands.
I think he was out of the end zone in any event.
Good call, Mike. I think he was.
So it'll be a loss on downs. The Murray team will take it over. 5 plays left in this game. The Tvardzik team only has the chance at this point to make it respectable, it would seem, John.
Well, you know Paul's not going to give up, Mike. He's one of the real veterans, real high points of this Dupor. And you know he's not going to give up here. He's going to give this, he's going to battle to the end right here.
5. Murray as quarterback. Sending Harold, Jeffrey Darak long, it is going to pay. Almost had that.
Be my kid. Jeffrey, be my son.
Paul Tvardzik, in the reference to past years when there were a number of incompletions and dropped passes. 4 plays left in this game. Another Dupor Bowl will be history. Murray at quarterback, sending his receivers long, the youngsters long. This is a long one for Samoskevich, incomplete. 3rd down, 3 plays left in the game, and the lights are on in the field. Another Dupor first. Snap back to Murray. Murray looking for Jeffrey.
Go, go, go!
Telling Samoskevich to go long. Jeffrey's going long. He's up for Jeffrey. It is incomplete. Brings up a 4th down. 2 plays left in the game. And if these players weren't so exhausted, we could have a game 3, but I think they've had enough. Murray at quarterback. Just telling him to go long. He wants to score again. Looking for F-Troop. Incomplete, and Tvardzik takes over on downs with a chance to score once more.
Timeout.
Takes a timeout.
I got two left.
Yep. And there have been some nice gains out of blitzing defenses.
That's true.
They got 3 left. So they can basically blitz every time if they wanted to.
Might have to hold the second man in here, Mike, to help pass block.
Excellent point. I think Dominic might be a blocker, but now he's going to be a quarterback. He's going to have to deal with the blitz, not a mobile quarterback. Here comes a blitz. Gets it off into the end zone. Ooh, he got a hand on it, but incomplete. They take a timeout.
I'm going to go right through the whole cycle, all right?
Yeah, you got 2 plays. You got 2 plays, and that's it. And how fitting that most things on this field have faded except for the word Dupor, which is still quite visible. Dupor 19.
1997.
Invitations will be going out for the 20th Dupor. A lot of newcomers brought into the league again this year. Unfortunately, we lost a lot who we had last year. Dominic at quarterback, probably a blitz again. The blitzing, and he's sacked.
What a spectacle it would be, Mike, if we had some of the old timers back. Picture a Weiskell. Picture a Dudra.
You got 1 play.
An Okarma, a Gainer, a Condon, a Colonese and Murray.
A Bill Miller to join his nephew Ryan Miner.
Jim Hawley, out on the field again. Reclaiming some
Comes a
past
blitz.
glory.
He gets it off into the end zone, intercepted by Bruce Murray.
Was that a safety? And another safety to end the game, Mike.
And that's the end of the ball game. The Murrays 35, the Tvardziks 18. Dupor Bowl number 19 is one for the record books.
And another good one.
Harold, if you want to join us, it looked like you picked some pretty good teams there, and then first half was a great game. The second half, things seemed to disintegrate. They got those 2 safeties to start off the second half.
Very exciting beginning.
Looked like they had an opportunity to do it, but it just seemed to fall apart.
Well, you know, it was a couple big plays. I mean, there's that pass interference questionable, which I don't think was pass interference, obviously, or I would have called it.
Right.
And obviously, I tell the folks every year, I'm only one referee. I can't watch the line, I can't watch the quarterback, and I can't watch what's going on 20 yards down the line.
Well, we said up in the booth that if, in fact, on the replay it turns out that it was an interference, I think there'll be a lot of movement within the league to bring in a second official to assist the next year. Obviously, you can't cover the whole field.
But the other thing you got to consider is, even if it was pass interference and I missed the call,
right?
How come they let him run 65 yards back?
Well, that's right.
I mean,
there was
they threw it in double coverage.
Yep.
They threw it in, and then they let him run it right back. So I mean, you know, and that took all the sales all the way down.
No question about it. It looked like Kevin Cwanek, a big defensive player, pulled himself out of the game there at some point in the second half. Was that an injury, Harold?
That was an injury, yeah. His leg was injured. As a matter of fact, injuries played a big part in today's game.
Yes, they did.
With Paul's team, Paul, Dominic, and Kevin were all injured at one point, and so that really hurt them quite a bit.
That's an excellent point. When Dominic had to come in, he's there on defense, really not a mobile guy. So I think injuries were a big factor this year, perhaps more so than in past years.
And luckily, if you notice, most of the young guys didn't get injured. So the more youth we can get into the game, I think the better it'll be.
We've got a few second-generation players out there with your son, of course, and then Bill Miller, who played in the very first Dupor Bowl. His nephew, I guess, is here, Ryan Miner.
Yes, exactly. And a neighbor of ours, and Jeffrey wanted him to come out and play on the other side of him so he could play full-time instead of just playing on either the offense or the defense.
And we had the Samoskevich brothers as rookies this year. Hopefully we'll be back next year for the big number 20.
They have to get their addresses.
I believe we knew their uncle.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
Who lived near you? Is that
around the corner?
Yeah,
around
okay.
the corner. And their father too lived around the corner because I think they lived together.
That's probably true, huh? Jeffrey, got another Dupor Bowl under your belt. Seemed to be a big part of this game this year.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Good.
You be back for next year, the big number 20?
Definitely.
That's excellent. And Mr. Miner is his uncle participated in the very first Dupor Bowl. Bill Miller played in that Dupor. Maybe we're going to try to get him back for the big number 20 next year. If you can, all right. So at this point, it looks like we'll be signing off from Lafayette Field. This was Dupor Bowl number 19. Join us at the Harold Darak facility, at the Darak dump for the post-game festivities. And join us next year, November of 1998, for Dupor Bowl number 20.
Do we know the date of that yet?
We don't yet know the date, but of course it'll be the Saturday after Thanksgiving. The statistics are virtually done, believe it or not. We're doing them as we went along. And the planning committee, the steering committee, consisting of Harold Darak, Jim Hawley, myself, and Paul Tvardzik, will be meeting during the off-season to get everything underway for that big celebration. So, for the Brownson Broadcasting Network, this is Mike Colonese signing off until Dupor Bowl number 20 next November.